Question. Do you think tower rushing should be a viable strategy in this game? Let's do a little vote. Towers are not meant for rushing. How do you know? Needs a better counter? I think there are counters. If there's a better counter, then tower rushing will be useless. Basically, it's a 60-40. Okay. Now let me ask you another question. Should feudal ram all-ins be viable? Do you think that there should be an all-in strategy where in feudal you just make units blacksmith rams and all-in? One is meant for attacking and one is not. People keep saying towers are not meant to be tower rushed. Based on what? Like, it's the same as if I said rams are meant to defend. They're not meant to all in with. They're meant to defend towers. Do you see the flaw in that logic? Why are rams meant for attacking? Why are they not meant to destroy tower rushes? Did ancient armies go to enemy town and proceed to build a tower and then climb it and start shooting? Did ancient times collect a couple of berry bushes and then advance 200 years of tech? What kind of stupid ass example is that? English attacking French. Guys, we're ahead on economy right now, okay? We are ahead on economy. Just wall up, right? Wall up, right? And let's go to Imperial Age. Let's wait 300 years. And let's go to Imperial and we'll have advantage there. Like, what are you guys smoking? With the whole historic thing. It makes no sense. You need to read a history book. That's exactly what happened. Really. England attacked France and then said, let's wait 300 years and then we'll kill them. That's what happened. I'm curious, I'm very curious in this topic because I find it very interesting how opposed people are to towers. Okay, so should tower rushes be nerfed / not viable? Like, do you guys want them completely just, like, you can't tower rush, like it's not a strategy anymore, or keep them option, but nerf them slightly? By the way, and again, keep them in the game. Okay, so what do you guys want done to them? Okay, so clearly you want them in the game. So this is what I don't get, right? What do you guys want then? It's just not fun. Okay, I get it. It's not fun. So what do you guys want to be done to towers? They should be balanced. Okay, that doesn't mean anything. For me, tower rushes now are a bit too strong, but they're fine, right? Towers should be feudal. Most civs that tower rush do tower rush in feudal. You cannot build them a certain radius of the starting TC. No feudal tower upgrades. See, this is what a lot of people don't consider at all, right? I see a lot of suggestions. Make them more expensive, make them that they can't garrison stuff, make them that they're unupgradable. But see, this is what I mean. People don't really think about the consequences, right? Some people even suggest that tower should be age 3. You do realize if you do those changes, you are nerfing defense. You're not buffing, you're not nerfing offense, you're nerfing defense because longbows will destroy you then. If you can't upgrade your towers defensively, if you can't make towers, they will destroy you. If towers require units to shoot, longbows, French knights will destroy you. So that's not an option. Like, any kinds of that is not an option. All those changes would be terrible for the game. Okay, let's discuss those options, right? Nerf build time and increase wood cost. I don't mind either of those. I think they would be nerfs. But I don't see how Joe in Gold League, how that would benefit the Joe either way, right? Because Joe's not scouting. Towers are being built without him seeing it. So how is a tower being built slower, make it 20 seconds, or cost 50 wood gonna help Joe? Joe is still gonna lose the tower rush. This is what I mean. I feel like a lot of people want towers changed, but they don't really know what they want changed. It's ridiculous that there's even a discussion on this topic in the community or among the devs. Perfect solution already exists in previous AOE games. But that's not a valid argument though. Like, Age of Empires 4 is Age of Empires 4, right? Maybe Age of Empires 4 shouldn't be Age of Empires 2. Maybe it should be its own game. My point is you read mostly bad ideas. There were some good ones in there. Okay, give me 3 good ideas. The towers close to TC are visible in fog while being built. That's your good idea. To see towers if they're being built near TC. How is literally giving you like a mini map hack around your TC if you're getting attacked. How's that a good suggestion? Oh, there it is. Okay, there it is. Towers visible in fog isn't historically accurate. Boom! Right there. We found why we can't do that. There it is. Yeah, we can't do that. Listen. Historically, when opponent built an outpost, they didn't get like a seer in a hut being like, there's a tower being constructed behind our forest. That didn't happen. So historically, that doesn't line up. I'll be honest. I'll be serious. Okay. I think that towers. This is my end speech, right, about towers. I think towers are too strong because and only because of how easy they are to execute. I do think that if you fail tower rush, you're behind. There's no question about that. The problem is, especially in lower leagues, it's way easier to attack with tower rush than defending a tower rush. There are solutions to tower rushing, but people are not good enough to do them. And the guy that's planting towers, he's just planting them like a baboon. Like, he doesn't really need to know any in-depth about tower rushing, right? So it's way easier to tower rush than to defend it. I 100% agree with that. The suggestions to decrease range, increase cost, decrease radius, increase radius are all bad, okay? They're straight up bad because they will also nerf defensive towers, and it will make civs like French and English better, and it will make defensive civs way worse, okay? That is not an option. Again, even if you increase the wood by 50, at a pro level, that would be a great change because 50 wood at a pro level is a lot. At the Joe level, it won't do anything. It will still remain exactly the same, except it's going to arrive 10 seconds later. It's going to be exactly the same. So as much as I like that change, it doesn't matter. What I think can be done. I don't think... I'm personally very against this, like, you can't build a building close to your opponent's base. That removes the strategy. And this is something that I've talked about a lot in StarCraft 2. StarCraft 2, aka Blizzard, did a terrible job with making strategies weaker but viable. They would straight up remove strategies, right? I am very against, oh, you just can't build towers near enemy base anymore. That makes the game dull. That removes strategies. That removes options. And that's like, oh, huge buff to HRE, to China. Yeah, you can't get tower. You know, what are they going to do? The only thing they can do is run knights or ram, which is very, like, a lot easier to defend. And that's it. There's no downside. You can just boom every game. Nothing can kill you. There's no issue. That is bad game design. And in my opinion, I don't like those suggestions. And I think they're a bad solution to the problem, right? I do think there's a problem, but I think that's a wrong way to go about it because of that. Removing strategies is always bad. One of the best designed, if not the best designed civ right now, is Mongols. And the reason why they're best designed civ is for multiple reasons. I'm not talking balance-wise, I'm not talking how annoying it is to play against them. I'm talking design-wise. Mongols have no walls, right? They're unique. They can move their buildings. They're unique. Great. They have unique units. Great. They have unique farms, pastures. Great. Mongols are viable in Dark Age. You can rush in Dark Age. You can rush in Feudal Age. You can rush to Castle and all in Castle. You can play in Imperial. They have synergy with their towers, with their buildings. Kind of like Delhi and Abbasid connecting buildings. And I think that's great. I think a civ that can be played at all stages is a great civ design because Mongols are extremely unique. They work their own way, right? They're unique in that. And they can work at any age. And the best part is in Castle, you can play Mongol multiple ways, right? You can go for siege infantry. You can go for cavalry. You can go for sacred sites. You can go second TC. You can do anything you want with Mongols. And Mongol, because of that, is great, right? Now, if you suddenly remove, let's say you make the towers not viable, right? Like you can't build them around enemy bases. What happens to Mongol then? Mind you, I do agree tower rushes are too strong, especially at a low level. But what happens to Mongol then? What are they going to do? What is their strategy? Mongol is tower rushing and cavalry raiding. That's their thing, right? You can't just remove what Mongol's about because it's not Mongols anymore. Then there needs to be further changes to the civ. And it might become more in line with the other civs. And do you really want a game where all civs look the same? I don't think so. I think tower rushes should be left alone. What should be changed is a better response, but not for high-level players. There should be a better response for Pepegas, like for Joe, for Bob, for Bill, you know? For them, there should be an easier, not a more efficient way. This is the important part. This is very important. Not a more efficient way to deal with tower rushes. There should be an easier way to deal with tower rushes. That's the main thing. Because if you create a more efficient way of dealing with tower rushes, then at a pro level, tower rushes will be useless as fuck. Thus, they will be removed from the game. What you need to do is give an easy way for low-level players to deal with tower rushes and make it skill-wise. Right now, tower rushing is like here, right? And defending is like here. What you need to do is bring that closer so when Pepega all-ins a Pepega, they can both win, right? Because the biggest issue they have is like keeping track of towers, attacking towers, engaging towers, and all that. So, in my opinion, the best change, I'm not going to say it's the only change, the best change that I would do is allow rams to be built in feudal without research by any civ. They should just be allowed to be built by any civ in feudal, no research required, and siege engineering can still remain in the game for Mongol so they can make siege in fucking castle. Because that way, doesn't that buff ram all-in? Ram all-ins are about to be omega trash in the next patch. That would be a big ram rush buff. No, it wouldn't. Again, it would not at all. Rams are getting their health halved soon. Ram rushes are going to be obsolete. Now, think about it this way. Placing towers is easy as fuck, right? You know what's also easy as fuck? Making a ram and just clicking it on a tower. You don't gotta micro villagers, you don't gotta micro units, you just click on the tower. That's it. That's it. That's all you do. And that is not a good way to defend a tower rush. That is not the most efficient way to defend a tower rush. High-level players will still defend the tower rushes the way we do right now. With like villager pools, with scouts and archers, ignoring tower rushes, and preventing further tower rushing. But at a low level, people can't keep track of all that. And they need a clear response that is easy to execute. And in my opinion, that's the best way to go about it. Because any other way is just not gonna cut it, in my opinion. So this way, you keep the integrity of tower rushes, but then you get a very easy response to tower rushes. Also, in my opinion, rams, if you guys don't know, they're going from like 700 health to 420, I think, in the next patch. Rams should cost less wood. They should cost 200 wood. So if ram costs 200 wood, it's very easy to get a ram up. It's a lot easier. And then you can push the towers. One ram can kill like 4 towers. So if the opponent makes 3 towers and you manage to destroy 3 towers with 1 ram, that's still very efficient for you, cost efficient for you. I do think there are other ways to nerf tower rushing and all that, but I feel like a lot of those either impact the defensive play because you nerf towers, or it's like blatant like removing of a strategy completely, right? Because, I mean, I'll tell you from my point of view, if I play a game, I'm never going to make a ram to destroy a tower because microing with scouts and villagers is better. In that case, they would also have to have an army to defend the tower. Exactly, right? That's the point. Then they cannot tower rush with 4 spearmen. They have to tower rush. Like if they tower rush, they need an army to support it, which allows you to tower rush, but it's not a game-ending tower rush. Like you just don't insta-lose if there's towers around your base, because if there's towers, you make a ram, and that's it. Villagers can build ram without research. I mean, you could do that too, but I feel like that would put you farther behind than put you ahead, because then you're gonna lose a lot of mining time. That is my suggestion. I've suggested these things to devs, and I hope they listen. Because I do understand the frustration from players, from lower league players, even at high level. I'm not saying this doesn't happen at high level. I do understand the frustration of people that it's not fun to play against, because if you don't scout it, you're just fucked, right? But I disagree with the notion that it should somehow be influenced so much that it's not in the game. I think Joe and Bob just need easier ways to deal with it. Unlock siege engineering for free? No, I don't think so. Like, a lot of people say, wouldn't Ramolins, a lot of people mentioned earlier, wouldn't Ramolins be too strong? Well, Abbasid can make Rams in Feudal. Is Abbasid in Feudal too strong, all-inning? No one's doing it. You can do what Divine said, buff villager toward damage. I saw people suggest that in the chat too. You can do that too. But I think that still leads to the part where it's too hard to execute without losing villagers, right? Because at a high level, you can pull villagers, see which one gets attacked first, and pull it back. But Joe ain't gonna do that, so he's gonna lose villagers anyway. That's Joe's problem. I mean, yeah. Like I said, there's multiple ways to go about it. I mean, yeah, there's multiple ways to go about it, but I think being able to just create RAM and just push back the towers is a very easy solution. It makes your opponent commit more to making units to defend the actual towers. And there's a clear counter to lower level players. I think almost anything else that you do to towers, you are directly and indirectly nerfing the towers defensively as well, which opens up like a lot more problems for the developers to deal with and for the developers to fix, right?